Ghost stories are told to pretense a truth, offer a warning, give an explanation to life, teach a moral, and even entertain. In Japan, there is a ghost story for every occasion in life, even going to the bathroom. Yes, the bathroom has its share of ghouls, spirits, demons, and other monsters lurking around the toilet. This spirit's name is Aka Manto. The Aka Manto is a vengeful spirit that haunts public toilets. Described to be wearing a red cape and a golden mask, there are many variations to the story, but the most common one starts with a handsome Japanese man killed in a restroom stall. Now, there is no explanation as to how or why he was murdered, but to die in the toilet was humiliating, and his spirit returns to seek revenge. An encounter with Aka Manto begins with going to a public bathroom to do one's business. Through the stall, you'll hear a disembodied voice asking if you want red or blue toilet paper. Realizing there is no toilet paper in the stall, you need some. If the response was red, the Aka Manto would appear in front of you to either tear your skin off, decapitate, or tear you into pieces, which will leave the still living and writhing victim to feel the pain as they are cloaked in the victim's own blood. The victim will then die by bleeding to death. If the choice was blue, the ghost appears, grabbing you by the neck, and chokes you until you're blue in the face. In most of Japanese lore, there are always mentions of how to escape encounters with ghosts or demons. Unfortunately, with the Aka Manto, there are very few options on evading this spirit once it appears. The spirit even has a reputation in some versions of being the only Japanese spirit you can't outsmart. If you try to trick it by not answering the question or choosing another colour, it'll grab and pull you to hell through the toilet. Supposedly, one way to escape is to sprint out of the toilet block as fast as you can, but depending on the context of the story, this is not always true, as various versions explain Aka Manto appearing in front of the victim with his large cloak blocking the only exit, and waits for an answer. There are a few stories that say if you answer yellow, the Aka Manto dunks your face into the toilet bowl. Gross, but you get to live. There are many variations to the origins of Aka Manto, as there are to the legend. There has been reports of a man dressed in a red cape going as far back as 1930s said to be a stalker, vampire or ghost. In researching the internet, stories mentioning Aka Manto haunting toilets in public restrooms seem to start in the 1980s. In the legend, Aka Manto is described to be incredibly handsome, almost princely in appearance, his body shrouded by his trademark cloak. However, the story is often told with references to a golden mask and a hooded cape.